GTA Math. What's up? So, this is a quotient rule problem. This one's pretty tough, but we got this. So, what I'm going to do is start by getting the LCD for this function. I see there is an x in the denominator, and I see there's one in the numerator. So, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by x over x. When I get a better stylus, we won't even have these issues, guys. So this is going to leave us with f of x equals x over x squared if we multiply x times x. The denominator is going to be x plus c over x. The next step, I'm just going to combine it. I'm going to combine both of these denominators where the x's are that are green, and we're going to be left with this. I'm not going to bring the f of x. Nah, I will. I don't need to be lazy. And we're going to have f of x equals, this x up here is going to stay, and then now we're going to have x squared plus c all over x. Cool. And we're going to keep going. So we have a complex fraction here. And if you've seen my more recent videos, I kind of digest how to do a complex fraction. And what we're going to do is flip it. So if we flip this correctly, these two green x's should be facing each other, because this is really x over 1, and then this is x squared plus c over x. So I'm going to show you how we do that. So it's going to be f of x equals x over 1, and then times, that's a better way to do that. Not bad. And then we're going to have x squared, well no, x over x squared plus c. And then from here, we're going to be left with f of x equals x squared over x squared plus c. So when we took the complex fraction, we basically say, hey, look, this is x over 1, and we divided it by this other half of the fraction here, and we flipped it. This is the f, the flip. So we took this x, we put it on top, and then we put the x squared plus c here, and then we multiply horizontally. When you have a complex fraction, you're just dividing a fraction. That's all it is. Let's keep moving on. So now we can take the derivative, and it's a little bit more simple. It's not a complex fraction scenario. We just have a regular fraction, and we can just take the derivative of it. So I'm going to use the low d high method. So my low function, I'm going to put here, and I'm going to say low is this bottom function. So that's going to be x squared plus c. My d low, which is the derivative of the low function, is going to be 2x. And then when you take the derivative of c, since it is a constant, and this derivative is in terms of d over dx, the constant is just going to become 0. But we don't even have to write that in there, if I'm being honest. but I'm going to leave it for demonstration purposes. And then we're going to have our high function, which is this green stuff up here. Yep. That's going to be x squared. And then we're going to take the derivative of the high function. And we're going to end up with 2x. And when we use this method, it's written out as low d high minus high d low. All of that over low squared. I'm going to give us some more space because we desperately need it. Nope. Man, this is a lot harder than it looks, people, I promise you. But I want to leave these mistakes in here so people can understand I'm not perfect. Okay. I'm so much better than this. Perfect. All right, we back, y'all. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill everything in, right? So the low function, I'm going to leave green, and I'm going to have it like this. We're back to the equal stuff. So low is going to be x squared plus c. The high function is x squared. Well, not the high function, the d high function is going to be 2x. We're going to add that minus the high function. Our high function is going to be x squared. And then our derivative of the low function is just going to be 2x. We don't need to add in the plus 0. We're in calculus. And we're going to cover that up. There we go. And then I'm going to just fill in the low squared. So our low function is x squared plus c squared. And we took the derivative, so we're actually going to put this in now. F prime of x. I got to add more space, but we're going to get it right this time. We going to get it right. Perfect. All right. And now it's just simplifying. So regular foiling techniques. Nothing crazy. We do not touch the bottom. I'm going to put do not touch in all caps. Do not touch it. Leave that alone. The exclamation point there too. I think y'all get the point. Don't touch it. Kind of like Dale's drums. Just don't touch it. All right. So we're going to simplify. We're going to make this quick. Nah, we GTA. We don't do things the fast way. We take our time. So x squared times 2x is going to be 2x cubed. 2x times c is just going to be 2xc. I'm leaving the x in front because the highest degree was a variable of x. So I'm going to put the c behind. It doesn't matter if you put 2cx, 2xc. No biggie. And then we're going to have this minus sign here. And then 2x times x squared is going to give us 2x cubed. We're going to leave a minus sign in front. All of this over x squared plus c squared. I see some things that can cancel out. This negative 2x, and this positive 2x. These cancel each other out. So when I add in more space, without struggling, we're going to end up with this. We're going to end up with f prime of x equals 2xc over x squared plus c squared. Hey, there you go. That's the answer. Crazy. But we finished. See, these aren't even that bad. But the trick is making sure when you start this problem, that's a lot of work, okay? But I showed every step, so that makes sense. But when you do these problems, if you have complex fractions in the very beginning, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Like right here, where there's all of this mess, simplify it. Use your algebra techniques before you just start spluing out like calculus. Like make sure you can actually manipulate variables and consolidate your problems before you apply calculus techniques at this level of derivatives. So keep things simple and breezy. Don't overcomplicate stuff. And just make sure if you're not good with your fundamentals with complex fractions, dividing fractions, I just uploaded 2 videos on them. So use those to your advantage. If you have questions, utilize my email. GTA family, I think we finished. Yep, we're done. Let's continue to learn, love, and evolve. Peace. That was quick.